So your teacher gave you a bunch of numbers, and you have to find all this garbage, the mean, median, mode, range. I'm going to show you how to find all those things. Let's start with the mean, also known as an average. To find the mean, you take the sum of all the numbers, and then divide it by the number of the numbers. That's a fancy way of saying we just add all the numbers together, and then divide it by how many numbers there are. So in our case, we add 19 plus 14 plus 18 plus 21 plus 54 plus 8 plus 1, and then we divide all of this by the number of numbers, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So divided by 7. Or more simply, that is 125, the sum, divided by 7. So if we put this into a calculator, we get 17.857. So that is the mean for this set of numbers. I should say the other three things are much easier to find if the numbers we're given are ordered. So instead of 19, 14, 8, I'll order them from smallest to largest. So 1, 8, 8, 14, 19, 21, 54, smallest to largest. Now for the median. Median is another word for middle, so we just take the number that is in the middle of the data when we have them listed in order. So a kind of fun and easy way to find it is just to cross off the first and last elements one at a time. So we just crossed off the first and the last again, first and last again, and all we're left with is what's in the middle, which is 14. So the median for this data set is 14. You might be wondering, though, how do we find the median if there's an even number of elements? Because if we look at this example, 1, 2, 3, 4, if we cross out the first and last elements and keep going, we find that there are only 2 things in the middle. There isn't just one thing we can get in the middle. So the way we find the median in this case is by taking the mean, or the average, of those middle 2 numbers. So now we get to flex our mean skills. So we just add them up, 2 plus 3, and then divide by the number of items, which is 2. And that's equal to 5 divided by 2, or 2.5. So that's the median in this case. So if you ever have a case where there are 2 items in the middle, just add them together and divide by 2. So remember, the median is whatever data point is in the middle, but if there are 2 things in the middle, then add them together and divide by 2. Now for the mode. Mode is just a fancy word for whichever number appears the most. I don't know why that's called the mode, that's kind of stupid. But if we look at our numbers, we've got 1, 1, 2 8s, 114, 119, 121, 154. Okay, so 8 appears twice and everything else appears once. So the mode is 8, because that's the element that shows up the most. But you might be wondering, what happens if every number appears only once? So in this example, there's 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, and 1, 4. Nothing appears more than the others. So in this case, we would say that there is no mode. Similarly, if there are multiple numbers that show up more than the others, but there's still a tie, for example, in this case, where we have 1, 1, but 2 2s and 3 3s, then we still say that there is no mode, because there isn't one singular element that appears more than all the others. Finally, the range, which is the only word that doesn't start with M. The range is just the distance between the highest number and the lowest number. So the highest number is 54, and the lowest number is 1. So we do 54 minus 1, which is equal to 53. So the range is 53. It's honestly pretty simple. Alright, that's pretty much all there is to know about these things. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please consider subscribing or donating my Patreon, as that'll help me out in making more videos like this. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye-bye!